Hi, this is Mike Hendricks from Strata Hadoop World in Singapore. I'm here with Jason from Talend. Jason, how you doing?
Yeah, very good, Mike. Thanks for asking.
So how have the conversations been here in Singapore for you guys?
Yeah, what's great about the event that O'Reilly are organizing is that everybody who's thinking about modernizing their architecture to a big data platform is here right now. The great conversations, some of our customers are here, so yeah, generally a perfect place for us to be.
So what we're seeing is that in the digital transformation world, data sits at the center of it. And you guys have something to offer, a unified data platform slash architecture. What's that all about?
Yeah, that sounds kind of complicated, right? But it's connectivity at the end of the day. So a lot of companies are moving, on-premise in the cloud. They're looking at more modern data architectures. They're looking at moving from, more sort of batch loading to real time. So these big trends, real time, cloud, and big data. Talend sits right in the middle of that, connects it all up for those customers. So they don't have to worry or think about that too much. They can just get on with running their business.
So we hear real time is real important.
Yep.
What is real time to you guys?
Real time is I go on a website, that website knows me because I've given it some information, and it makes a recommendation to me and I buy that. So it's a commercial at that end, it's as real time as that.
And is that under a certain threshold as far as I won't wait in a shopping cart more than 3 seconds?
It isn't just a specific, that's just an example of a use case. When we think about customers and business and data, we want to make sure that the right data is presented at the right time. And if you're a consumer, that means you get the right recommendation, or you get the right phone call, or when you're calling into a call center, the person on the other end of the line knows that you just had a dropped call. So real time to us just means what do the business need to do at that time, and what data they need to be served to them at that time.
And to make a quick action on it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so another thing that really excites me about you guys is you have an open source play.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about why that's important to you and your customers?
Yeah, that's a phenomenal play. We've got about 1,000 different sources that we connect to, and the majority of that work is coming from the open source community. So when an organization, a large organization is looking at buying software today, they want to know that the development is going to be future-proof, and open source gives us that. It gives us a very rich, deep pool of resources, and it also gives us a phenomenal community of people that actually care about talent, and they're available to our enterprise customers to be available to work for them as well. So it's got a lot of edges to it, and it helps us a great deal.
So we talked about real time, we talked about open source. Another area that is part of this whole digital transformation is this migration or move to the cloud.
Yeah.
How do you guys help your partners do that?
Yeah, so we have our own integration cloud offering, but more importantly, and this is where we work with our customers, is that a lot of companies are looking at multiple cloud options. So, do I just go with one cloud, or do I go on-premise? Some stuff I can't move on-premise to the cloud. There's a lot of discussion going on around that. And again, that connectivity piece, Talend just sit right in the middle of that and make sure that from a client perspective, whether it's on-premise, whether it's on multiple clouds, we're connecting and making sure the data's available for the business again.
Excellent. So Jason, if you and I have this conversation next year here in Singapore,
yeah.
What would you like to say changes for Talend during that 12 months? And what would you like to see change in the market during that time?
All right, so I think for Talend, a lot more vocal customers. I just came back from our conference in France, and in Asia Pacific. We want to replicate that, where customers are sharing and communicating with each other a great deal more, so we have a lot more customer vocal view in the market, so they can learn from each other. So that's one of our primary goals right now as launching and moving into Asia Pacific, is making sure those customers are vocal, sharing information and learning from each other. That's the first thing. And secondly, which is related to that, we want to make sure those customers are pushing the boundaries in a safe environment. So this whole big data push, the cloud push, that they're working with us much more strategically so we can help them advise how these modern architectures, these modern platforms can be best utilized for business. So they can take those calculated risks to move to a modern architecture.